Hello, live chatters. This is Douglas George Block II. It is now March 15th, 2020. We are 6 days away from the first day of spring and nothing but sunny weather in Oregon. Hello, everybody. Well, I wanted to check in my garage. I have it all stocked to the hilt with toilet paper. Last I checked, there was 400 rolls. The question is, do I have enough? Well, I've always wanted to go into the songwriting business, and I think I've come up with a new song that could really make number one hit. Have you ever heard of something called "Where Have All the Flowers Gone" by Peter, Paul, and Mary? Where have all the flowers gone? Long time passing. How about where has all the toilet paper gone? Long time passing. Hey, I want to say thank you to all you guys who have tuned into my video I posted yesterday. 2,200 views in one day, all-time records, called Depression, Anxiety, and the Coronavirus. And of course, I made that because of all that's been going on the last 7 days all over the world. And I was trying to make that video to help people with their fear and anxiety, which my spiritual teacher said, fear has spiked, S-P-I-K-E-D. Anybody's anxiety sky high today? Yeah, well, that's the reason I made that video. Take a deep breath, calm down, everybody, especially, in the United States and Canada. We're going to be okay. Yeah, sorry, Taco, it's good to be outdoors, I know. Hi from Scotland, yes, howdy. Kay Bailey, Purple Metal, I had a weird reaction to the virus. I'm not afraid of it, but I'm afraid of the hysteria that it's caused. Yes, I agree. I subscribe to the London Times, you guys from the UK, and there was a big headline that the government was pleading for people, please, 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 do not raid our supermarkets anymore. We're running short of food. Anyway, did anybody see my video yesterday, and how was it? And let's, talk about how you're doing with this whole virus and stock market thing. My middle name is George because I was born on February 22nd, 1949, which nobody knows anymore, but that is George Washington's birthday. Otherwise, it's, hey, King George of England. That's right, the Mad King George. Susan McDonald, Chris Esposito, Kay Bailey, Susan Jones, the little community is here. All right, I don't even know what a bidget is, by the way, Authenticity Seeker. David Holden, my goodness, I haven't heard from you in a long time from the UK. Biddy Curry, haven't seen you before. Cheyenne, nice to see you. Susan McDonald, closed for 2 weeks. I know, they're doing it all over the country. Hello, Doug, and everybody please give Doug a thumb up. Mr. Paddle Power, haven't seen you in a while. I don't know why, but my views have dropped in the last 2 weeks. Maybe it's all this fear, but I'm counting on you guys to send me back to the top of the class. Glad you made that video. They're telling us to isolate, and your message is always great for us. By the way, Noah is getting out of treatment tomorrow, and we're going to have lunch together this week, so I'll keep you posted. Tony Issue. German New York Girl. Wow. I love your name, by the way. You made just a lovely comment. I love German girls. I've been in love with many of them. I'm home all day because the university is closed, so right now I'm not scared. Good. Why are they closing the colleges? I guess this is, this is a way to mitigate is the word. Anyone know what the word mitigate is? M-I-T-I. If anybody can tell me what the word mitigate is, I'll send you a free chart. Mitigate. They are attempting to mitigate the virus. Greetings from Bosnia. Wow, amazing. I can't pronounce your name. Shlomo Zion. I love that name. Great Jewish teacher named Shlomo Karbach. BB, nice to see you. Cassie Adams, Washington State, just up the corner. And David Holden, 4 pounds. Thank you. I love that tree, the tree of life. The Netherlands. Well, this is a worldwide community. We have created a virtual community of people that support each other every Sunday at noon, and I am so happy. And what I loved about the video that I just did in your comments was everybody was replying to each other. Usually people ask me questions, but yesterday when the video went up, a lot of the comments were people, talking to each other. This is fantastic. Have a coffee on me, mate. Of course, thank you. I will have a coffee on you, but I still wanted to hear what mitigate means. Football is canceled and Scotland, wow, I love you too, German New York girls. Are you from New York, really? So am I. What happened with Noah? Well, he just texted me this morning, and he said, tell all those people in the live chat, I really appreciate all their prayers and positive words. I'm getting out on Monday, which is tomorrow, and after 30 days, and I'm looking forward to doing my outpatient treatment. You know that Noah is a great healer, a great teacher. He got me started on this YouTube channel. He's been my mentor, and he has battled alcoholism, which I do not at all, envy him. That is addiction is tough. You think mental illness is tough? Well, they're both tough. But anyway, he's working on it. Mitigation routes to this. Yes, Richard. Thank you. Send me douglasblock@gmail.com, and you will get a copy of this chart. All right. Hi again, Doug. I did not see your video, but this virus is very concerning, getting me down. But watch the video. Watch the video to get off the antidepressants, I guess. No, do not. Okay. Continue 5 pounds from somebody. Thank you. Who is that? You're helping to, with videos going down, video views, so is my income. Been playing frisbee with the dog, Jason. Must get a lighter dog. Did you hear what Jason Clulo said? I've been playing frisbee with the dog, must get a lighter dog. First good joke of the day. Thank you, Taco Platter from Canada. Always appreciate your donations. So, yes, what I said in the video, continue your life, make it as normal as you can. If your school is closed, well, find other structures in your life to occupy you. The last thing you should do is dwell on the virus. And by the way, someone posted a very funny comment. It said, I'll write it down here. It was so funny. He said that a pandemic is a hypochondriac's, hypochondr, worst nightmare. So, how are people doing with their anxiety, okay? You're not running out to the supermarket and stocking up on canned beans, are you? I hope not. Of course, you need to do everything the health authorities are telling you. You need to, take care of yourself, wash your hands, keep distance from other people, et cetera, et cetera. But, yeah. I'm doing well with recovery, but having suicidal thoughts just come up and go. Would that just make them intrusive thoughts and nothing to worry about? Absolutely. Taco Platter, the next video I'm doing 2 weeks from yesterday, March 28th, is how to respond to intrusive suicidal thoughts. I did that with you in mind. So put that down on the calendar, March 28th, my next video. And also I'm writing a book on suicide prevention, so feel free to email me and I will go ahead and send you some really good chapters. But yeah, I think you're just dealing with OCD. douglasblock@gmail.com, Taco Platter. Love to know your real name, by the way. I love you both. Well, things have been crazy at my customer service job. I've been trying to not let all the anxiety get to me, but at times it's almost escapable. The hysteria is everywhere. That's right, Purple Metal. Hysteria. My spiritual teacher, Leslie Temple Thurston, says fear has spiked. There's a spike in the fear. So what do we do when we feel fear? We tell ourselves, okay, do you remember the video I made, the number one cause of fear and how to overcome it? You tell yourself this, it's an affirmation, I can handle whatever comes my way. Okay, so thank you, Robert Jenkins. I talked to Robert on the phone yesterday. What a cool person he is. Lives in Virginia, does IT, ex-armed services person, a stand-up person, a great supporter of this channel. Thank you, Robert. And I am going to send you that manuscript. Anyway, what is the fear behind all fears? For those of you who watch my video, I really want you to know this. The fear behind all fears is the fear of not being able to cope. Okay, why are people getting hysterical? Why are people stocking up on beans and toilet paper? Because they don't think they can cope with what's coming their way. And so this is the way they're reacting out of their amygdala here. Their monkey mind is taking them over and basically substituting for their rational thinking because they don't trust themselves that they'll be able to handle whatever happens. They don't trust their immune systems. They don't trust their, maybe the government, whatever. But anyway, I'm telling you, take precautions, do what all the authorities are telling you, and tell yourself, I'm going to be okay. All right, Kelly Burns, where are you? I haven't heard from you in ever. I've been talking too much. All right, Stephen Donette, haven't heard from you in a while. I'll be happy when the snow is gone, the coronavirus is gone. Well, it will be at some point. I didn't want to make light of coronavirus, but I'm least good at social distancing. That's right. It's an isolate stream, isn't it? Hey, all you guys who have agoraphobia, you've been vindicated. Isn't that wonderful? You can stay at home and nobody will give you a hassle. Madeline Roy, one of our favorite commenters. Hi, friends. Anybody else depressed, nervous about the corona thing? I've discovered a new tool for anxiety. Doing jigsaw puzzles, really calming. Love Magda, Norma, Desmond, Silver, and Roy. I love your name. Yes, Magda, when in 2015, when I was depressed, I had a really nice man named David Lyles who came over, and we worked on puzzles all day long, and you're absolutely right. It's a tremendous focusing experience. You were obsessed with the city as a teenager? Well, yeah, let's go to the Empire State Building. Never been to it. A Bidget uses a stream of water. Oh, yeah, and now is to perform a similar function to toilet paper. Thank you, Authenticity Seeker. Pandemic is a high population nightmare. That's true, says Cheyenne. I went to my favorite family-owned store in the bad side of town. There was only one customer in the store. They sell discount food and supplies that are discontinued or damaged. Got lots of food. Lagai, Tagapalera, I fall back off and you just ride through it and you will raise up. Absolutely. Absolutely. Lagai, it's nice to hear from you in Canada. Taco Platter, you guys should talk to each other, email each other. You're in the same neck of the woods. My husband at the store buying beans, says Tammy Martin. Why are people stocking toilet paper? I really don't get that. Well, Nicole Visser, they're stocking toilet paper because they're afraid they're going to get quarantined, not be able to leave their house for weeks at a time, and then they won't be able to do what toilet paper does. But what about paper napkins? What about leaves in your backyard? Andrea M., nice to hear from you. Nice to hear from you. Do I practice yoga? Are you talking to me? No, I used to. Hello from Denmark. Hey, Sana Ismail. How are the people from Denmark? How are the Danes doing with this coronavirus thing? Do you have any cases in your country? Are people freaking out? Are they cleaning up, in the stores? Yeah, Carrie, the next video is going to be on intrusive suicidal thoughts, and I know that YouTube will probably demonetize it, but this is a service I need to do for you guys. And by the way, the key is you just watch them come and go, like watching clouds going by. Just don't hold on to them. Is there any advice for someone who suffers from anhedonia? I've been recently finished 18 years of ECT. Black Magic, everybody who is tuning into the station, all 73 people are suffering from anhedonia, including yours truly. So, this is what my website is about. This is what my ministry is about. This is what my books are about. This is what this YouTube station is about. What to do to change your mood and change your consciousness. So I highly recommend, and I make $1 from this, so this is not, I'm not being mercenary here. You get the book Healing from Depression, a Body, Mind, and Spirit Recovering Program right here. Everything I've ever known about healing from depression is in this book. It's like $15 on Amazon, so that's a good start. The other thing to do is go get some good psychotherapy. And I don't know if medications help, but that would be another thing. And how was the ECT? Wow, 18 sessions, that's a lot. Did it help you at all, Black Magic? What do you think of that affirmation? Okay, I hope your Noah stays away from liquor this time. Never got your email from yesterday. Awesome chatting. Oh, Robert Jenkins, I haven't sent it to you because I just got completely preoccupied responding to all these comments. Do you know I had like 200 comments on this video? Yes, but I have not forgotten you. No way. Sometime today you will get that. After becoming single, did you ever have fears of rational becoming intimate with someone new? Fear of STDs? I feel that way now. Well, my wife and I, Joan, got a divorce. We split up in 93, got a divorce in 96. I was single for 3 years. But there was never any women who wanted to hang out with me. And then Joan and I got back together when I had my nervous breakdown, a silver lining. Every adversity contains within it the seed of an equivalent or greater good. I want you to all repeat that. Every adversity contains within it the seed of an equivalent or greater good. My nervous breakdown in 1996, my depressive episode, was the worst thing that ever happened to me by far, but it was the best. I got back together with Joan. I wrote this book. I started this ministry. So you see, so to answer your question, I never became intimate with anybody, but I guess you just, do what they say to protect yourself. Everyone needs a Bidget. Okay, thank you. This is the Seeker. Thanks for the advice. I appreciate it. False evidence appearing real. Thank you, Kay Bailey. Look at the tapping. Oh yeah. Even though I feel like crap, I deeply completely love and accept myself. That's called EFT. You should look up. Laza Maria, nice to hear from you. And son Ismail, how are you doing in Denmark? I know you said this channel is keeping you alive week by week. How has your week been? You've never experienced anything like this lifetime before? Well, turning issue, I'm 71. I got some years on you, and I guarantee you, we've never had this level of mass panic. Yes, that is true, Kerry Irving. I don't know what you said. Yeah. The fear behind fear, all fears and how to overcome it. That's the video. That's the video everybody should be watching right now. I hope it gets some more views. Fear behind all fears. So, if anyone, we need some jokes. We need some humor. Yesterday when my video went up, the joke was, where did Noah from the Old Testament, when he got on his ark, where did he put the bees? In the archive. Isn't that cute? Of course, I like Chris Geiser, who hasn't been here in years. They opened up a new restaurant in the room. It's great food, but they have no atmosphere. Let's hear some jokes from Jason Clulo and some other people around, huh? We have 76 people. God, last time we had 101. Are people not tuning in because of the virus? Maybe. Anyway, I'm glad you're all here. And what does David Holden say? They're selling toilet paper on the brown market. David Holden, that's brilliant. Upon on the black market. Oh, you know what, Lazy Ranch said yesterday in one of my comments is the reason people are buying toilet paper in such great numbers is that this virus is scaring the crap out of them. A little scatological. It was brilliant, Lazy Eye Ranch. Mitzvah Woo, there's even a video of people fighting for toilet paper. That's extreme. Really? Send it to me, my friend. Laza Maria, nice to see you. All right, you were born and raised in New York? You were? New York City? That's where I was. Chuck Pistachi, nice to see you. Hoping it's all going well. Yeah, well, you made a comment on my video that I respond to you. I think I was, what did I do? I left something out. I made some sort of mistake. Thanks for putting it out. All right. Awesome video channel. K. Ravi Shankar, nice that you're tuning in. Richie Mark Norman, here in Australia, we're all wiping with gum leaves. The callers are not happy at all. Very good. Richie Mark Norman, that's a good one. Are people with depression more susceptible to getting sick? They are more susceptible for getting heart disease and Alzheimer's. Getting sick in terms of viruses, I don't know, but someone just contributed $10. That was Taco Platter. Lagai, thank you very much. You're a sweetheart. You and I will have to talk on the phone one day. I'm glad you're staying put. I know you've been struggling with some pretty dark thoughts. No eggs in my local supermarket this morning. Well, Wiley Doodle, nice to hear from you again. Watching people who have never been through anxiety panic are now experiencing what some of us feel every day is interesting to observe. This is one time agoraphobia works for me. Yeah, that's what I said. It's an agoraphobic stream. But you know what? It's interesting that we who have worked with anxiety and fear and managing our fears our whole lives, right, or managing our low moods, we have an advantage over the general public, right? Because they have not had to deal with, learn tools and techniques to manage the fear that we have. So, it's great that we have practice, right? Isn't that one of the good things about being depressed, anxious, agoraphobic, social anxiety, etc.? Anyway, 19 minutes after the hour, I'm already getting tired, 82 people watching. And let's get some more questions, but I have to take a deep breath. I've been talking very quickly. Another joke, perhaps? What did one brain cell say to the other? I feel a connection. I like this one. I told the doctor I didn't want brain surgery, but he changed my mind. What do you call an apology written in dots and dashes? Remorse code. And why did the math book look so sad? I used to teach math for a living. Because of all its problems, of course. Anyway, a couple of the things you might want to hear. Kerry Irving from England says that the panic out there helps me to relax. Sandy Suranko, will the book Brain Lock help me preventing OCD, or will it help me with turning off internal dialogue? I think we'll do both. Anytime you're, with OCD, you have these intrusive thoughts you can't control, very similar to turning off the inner dialogue of negative thoughts. Although there are other books that you can use to help you respond to those negative thoughts with affirmations. I would say any book on cognitive behavioral therapy, CBD. I'll write that down. But yes, Brain Lock is worth getting. It's not very expensive. But for negative dialogue, you can also get and CBT for Dummies, I hear, is very good. I should actually get that book, don't you think? Okay, CBT for Dummies, right? Anyone have that book, by the way? Anyway, I hope you guys are exchanging email addresses, phone numbers, calling each other. This support group should not just be on Sunday. You should be contacting each other. You should be connecting with each other. And thank you, Lagai, Emotional Freedom Technique Tapping. Thank you for everything. Peace. Peace to you, Lagai. One day we will meet. Anyway, get some amino acids, Adam. That's a good thing to try. Hard to believe we struggled 2 worlds in the UK and are struggling with this. I know that's what fear will do to people. I mean, look at World War II when people in London were getting bombed, firebombed. I mean, and you know what I just read, Tony Issue, the guys in the UK, there was no panic. The British government thought that people were going to freak out when the bombs were coming down. They hunkered down in the city and nobody panicked. Isn't that interesting? And now people are panicking over something that hasn't even happened yet, in a large scale, of course. What do you think? What do you think, you people in the UK? How did the Britons, the British people, whatever you want to call them, how did they remain so calm in World War II when they were getting bombed? I think part of it was Churchill, right? What a great calming voice. We need someone like that in this country. All right. What else do I have to say? Can you type what I just said? Repeat what it was I just said. I've said a lot, Cheyenne, and these comments are going by really quickly. And in any part because it takes away motivation to get better. My doctors now mention ketamine. Well, ketamine is used when you're really in a dark state, like a crisis state. Maybe it will help. Nothing to lose, but you have to realize, black magic. Do you have something to live for? Do you have something in your life that you really gives you passion? Probably not, but there's got to be some way to unlock in you something that inspires you. I know it's there. And it sucks. It does. Store 2 boxes of facial tissues for 99 cents. There you have it. If I get stressed, our immune system can suffer, so try meditation. Very good. Omega-3s help with anxiety. Yes. Hey, Johnny from the UK, glad to be part of this live chat. Very helpful. Angel Russell, nice to hear from you. Crime in multi-story parks, that is wrong on so many levels. Jason, you're a crack up. 99 cents from Arcade Cup. Thank you from Green Bay, Wisconsin. Sorry the Packers didn't make it to the Super Bowl. John Gilfian. Hi, Douglas. Does loss and betrayal thoughts lose their destruction after a few years? Well, they do. It helps if you're working on them and challenging them and working in therapy. That makes them go away much faster. When I was younger, I felt like a man trapped inside a woman's body. Then I was born. Jason, where are you getting these things? Is anxiety just suppressed anger? Well, they say depression is suppressed anger, and I've never heard that about anxiety. 24 minutes after the hour, 70 people watching. We've gotten some donation. We could get some more. Brain Lock is an awesome book, says Robert Jenkins. Nishant Joshi. Sorry, I feel truly hopeless. I can't feel positive anymore. Well, are you getting any treatment for your depression? What are you drinking, Doug? Coffee. And greens drink. And what am I drinking? A lot of water, actually. That's the best thing for you. John Travolta has covered 19 inches. It's multiplying. He's losing control. I don't know that. That's obviously a joke. I don't know what teophane is. The fear has brought out the worst in people. Selfish stockpiling. Yes, it has, hasn't it? So Andrea M., you don't have to follow their example. You can just tell yourself, whatever comes my way, I can handle it. They're just reacting from their monkey mind, their primitive brain. Send them some blessings. The legendary rapper LL Cool just posted on his Twitter account, "This too shall pass, wise man." Thank you, very good. Well, Super Strain, I love to see you again, and that's my favorite. You know that's my favorite 4 words. Alicia So, nice to hear from you again. I see a lot of people talking about people hoarding stuff from supermarkets? Are a lot of the shelves actually empty? Oh my God, yes. Have you been in any stores lately? I went to Whole Foods. I couldn't find half of what I was looking for. Thank you, Taco Platter. You've been very generous. Oh, it's Susan McDonald. Well, you look like Taco Platter. At least your icon does. From Virginia. Well, how are you doing with the 2 weeks off of school? That good? I know school can be a little bit anxious for you, but on the other hand, you don't have structure. What are all these people going to do who are not working? How are they going to occupy themselves? Hopefully they'll find something, some other alternative structure. We need structure to calm us down. All right. Okay, someone just posted their email address if I can find it. Okay, so msbrook@outlook.com. BB, I'm near Seattle, Washington, looking for support. Okay, anybody near in Washington? Email BB and maybe you guys can hook up and help each other. Someone just gave $5. Thank you very much. And that is, wow. John Travolta has been diagnosed with the coronavirus. A hospital staff says he has Saturday night fever. They report he is staying alive. Robert Jenkins, that is hysterical. Thank you again for your generosity. Have you ever grown a beard? I think you would look dignified. I had a beard when I was 22 years old. I'll send you a picture someday. Yes, Kenzie Sky says it's frightening to realize that all these people are controlled by fear, but it will pass. They'll you know, after a while, their nervous system, their amygdala will calm down. Gardening has been a huge help to my mental health. Nature can teach us so much. Tia Fane, you're a wise individual. Gardening is wonderful. All those people who are basically freaking out should go to their garden and plant something or pull some weeds. Different world. My family keeps telling me to stay at home, then go to the doctor for support. I went after 4 weeks to discuss suicidal thoughts. I felt selfish. I went, but I needed. Why did you feel selfish? If you're being plagued by negative thoughts, it's good to get help. That's a wonderful thing you did. I used to be addicted to swimming, but I'm proud to say I've been dry for years, says Joseph Clulo. Thank you, Susan. Why were the Chiros scared of the man? He was a serial killer. That is absolutely horrible. That's so bad. I'm gonna suck on a lollipop or lozenge or something if I can find it. All right, 68 people watching. My God, our views are going down. What is happening? That's a 1/3 reduction from last week. I thought more people would be tuning in because of the virus. Maybe it's getting them scared. Has anyone on this chat had a breakdown before? I've had 4 of them. I bet half the people here have had a breakdown. Adam, I haven't been to a store for a while. Well, they're still there. I did psilocybin and took away depression for like 4 months. I want to try again. Well, Shlomo, it's legal in Colorado. But guy, I'm so sorry, Susan Jones. And what happened to Susan? Whoops, I can't keep up with these things. Oh my God, I'm really sorry too, Susan Jones. Have you recovered from that? What a trauma. Yes, trauma will definitely create depressive breakdowns for sure. Always good to see you and the people in live stream chat. It means no one has given up. Keep on fighting. I'm sure it'll be worth in the end. Doug is a good example. Well, thank you, the Super Strain. When I had a depressive episode, my parents got cake every week. That's nice. Oh, my finger. Yes, I was cleaning out Bruce's cat food can, and I went ahead to scrape out the food, and I cut myself deeply on the edge of the can. Bruce, next time I'm going to use a scraper, not my finger. Eagle says, going to the park helps me in walking to the park and sitting if necessary on the bench every day. Yeah, absolutely. Very good. Nature. Psilocybin is the answer. Well, there you have it. Can one get back to a corporate job after burnout? How long does it take average to get better? It depends on the individual. Are you taking care of yourself? Are you restoring yourself? Are you practicing self-care? Are you seeing a therapist? All of that makes a difference. People are probably at the store. Thank you, BB. Now I don't feel so bad. I don't feel so abandoned that we've had a 30% drop. Susan, trauma does emotion damage, but you can grow stronger from it. Yes. You remember what Nietzsche said? Who knows what Nietzsche said? Who knows who Nietzsche is? Right? Any Germans over here? I'm sure you've heard of this, but I'm going to type it down. What doesn't kill me makes me stronger. What do you think of that quote? I think it's true for many people. Have I experienced, what's my experience between using amino acids like 5-HTP and tyrosine and, Doug, take a deep breath. 5-HTP, L-tyrosine for depression, Sammy. I haven't had much luck, but that doesn't mean anything. Nietzsche was a nihilist. Well, he might have been, but that was a great thing he said. Was he really? I don't know I don't know enough about him. Wow, Lazy Eye Ranch, you were a true survivor. Good for you. We should meet someday. All right. Lots of love to Susan, German philosopher. Where did the electric cord go to the shop? An outlet shop. Very good. Mushrooms are good for depression for some people, Shlomo. They're being tested in the United States by the FDA. Have you met people that have had breakdowns before and eventually got off their meds for good? Yes, I'm one of them. So true on the quote, that doesn't kill you, makes you stronger. Susan Jones, I'm doing everything I can to recover, but it's taking years. Well, you had quite, hey, Susan, have you ever tried something called EMDR? Eye movement desensitization processing? It's a respected therapy for trauma used by psychologists. You should talk to your doctor about it. Again, I'm not recommending it. This is not about treating symptoms. This is about discussion and support, but I can certainly share information. Did you draw those pictures in the background? No, those were drawn by my goddaughter, Amy May, when she was 6. Now she's 30. I think you should do some more videos about how to handle isolation when struggling with mental health. It will be a big topic over the next months. Well, that's a good point. I have done a video on how to overcome loneliness, but maybe you could send me some information about your experience. Yeah. Email me, douglasblock@gmail.com. One thing you never hear Hindus say, oh, well, you only live once. It's very funny. I saw pandas recently. I think that bears repeating. Okay, what did the guru say to the hot dog salesman? What did the guru say to the hot dog? Whoever can answer that question, I will send you a free chart of self-care strategies to improve your mood. What did the guru say to the hot dog salesman? You haven't done EMDR and EFT. Susan Jones, you're a trooper. You're doing everything you do. How about some prayer? I'm going to give you Silent Unity's number. You know, I believe that there's a higher power out there that can do for us what we can't do for ourselves. I know that. I would be dead if that weren't true. So call them. 1-816-969. Are you open to doing that, Susan? For prayer support, Susan. All right. Who said make me wonder with everything? You get it. Oh my God, how did you know that? What did the guru say to the hot dog salesman? Make me one with everything. Nice work. Had you heard that joke? You get a free chart. No, Alicia, so make me one with everything. That's what the guru said to the hot dog salesman. Make me one with everything. Get the pun? If everyone in the entire world had cancer, would it still be considered a disease? Yeah. I will call them from time to time. You do call them. Well, keep calling them. Susan Jones, you can be restored. I want you to. I haven't written it yet, but it's part of my new book. Actually, I did a video, Susan Jones. You can be. I want you to watch that video. I know, trauma, oh my God. I'm still recovering from the trauma in my childhood. I'm 71. When will I come from depression? I think I will be very distant emotionally from people. I'm not quite sure what you're saying, but you will heal from depression. What did the Buddha's wife say to him? You just got to sit there all day? That's true, pulling the strings. I agree with you. We need to get back to nature, the doctor within. Authenticity seeker, I love that. What did the football coach say to the vending machine? Give me my quarterback. That is cute. I'm going to take a picture of that, if I can. If it's still there. Damn it. Yeah, I can't cut and paste. He made that joke in Bicentennial Man. What is this shot exactly for, Paula? It's for people to get together who are suffering from depression and anxiety and give each other mutual support and ask me questions and get my perspective on things. 82 in the chat, I only see 74. You never recover from Canada, but you learn to deal with it better. Nature is wonderful. Thank you, Kenzie Sky. A beautiful, beautiful thing you said. What is the best way to find yourself again after a mental health relapse? Find something you love doing and passionate about. Get involved in something outside of yourself. There are lots of depressed people everywhere. Neuroticism, you're afraid of confrontation and conflict. I'm the same way. You need to basically work in therapy about what that fear is about and do some exposure therapy. You know, do some role playing with your therapist maybe. Yep. A lot of us fear confrontation. A lot of us fear anger. Did I read the choice? Yes, I did. I've read the first third of it. It's very difficult to read. And I'm actually quoted it in my new book. Thank you for recommending it, my friend. Yeah, her line that said, if I can survive tomorrow, I will be free. If I can survive tomorrow, I will be free. What an affirmation to say when you're going through a really bad episode of depression or anything that's life-threatening. So yeah, she's a tremendous person. I feel supported by everyone's kind parents. Thank you for contributing to my healing. Well, Susan Jones, Susan and I have written. She sent me her photo, I believe. Anyway, she's a wonderful human being in Virginia. I'm so sorry. It's hard to take care of a disabled child if you understand the struggles. Yes. My niece in Germany has a daughter with autism and gets a lot of help and therapy free. Well, that's called being in a place that has a good safety net. Tomorrow is a new day, yes. It is now 38 minutes after the hour, 80 people watching. God, I'm getting tired. This takes a lot of energy. Hey, and we haven't had a donation in like at least 10 minutes, so anybody willing to step up to the plate, just click on that little dollar sign, 99 cents is fine. That's what was given by, I forgot his name already. Anyway, from Green Bay, Arcade Cup. I would like to see videos on loneliness. I did one about a month ago, how to overcome loneliness. Stand tall, you're right. You're right, I slump all over the place. You donated? Well, thank you. I didn't see it, but I'm sure you did. Okay, so I did a video called How Okay, time for a banana break. I'm a big blockhead. I love your videos. They've inspired me to stay sober and seek treatment with a therapist of my own. Well, thank you, Duffman7793. That's very nice of you to say that. I need to get some sleep. Yes, I've been very, very tired. The stock market going up and down is really... Anybody here an investor? Probably not, but if you are, man, it's hard to see that crazy... You know, that's the fear manifesting in the way people deal with their money. Jason? Look what the fear is doing to the stock market. Are you from Australia, Richie Mark Norman? It's nice to hear from you. Thank you. Come by next time. You're so funny. I don't know who you're referring to, but if it's me, I agree with you. Tony Issue, I start counseling on Tuesday. Well, you're doing the right thing. If you're having some conflicts at work, that's a good thing to do. I'm an investment club at school. Does that count? Of course it does, Alicia. So an investment club, that's a great thing to do. Mornings are dreadful, the empty and confused feeling, but it usually gets better during the day. Me? Well, thank you, Kenzie Sky. Tell me, are you male or female? You don't have to basically, I have a feeling you're female. I don't even know why I asked that question, but anyway, thank you for saying it. Yes, I do have comic presence. Counseling will make you more resilient, Tony. You should. That's the whole point. The economic backlash will be massive. There will be an economic slowdown. We don't know how bad it is. Female, just like I thought, Kenzie. You just sound like the female. Don't know why I said that. What is the point of living if you'll be healing from your childhood your whole life? Who can answer that question for Shlomo? I've been healing from my childhood since I've been 18. I'm now 71. I've been living 53 years. I would definitely say that my life has been worth living, and I've been struggling. I'll tell you the answer to that, because in the midst of all that healing, there's some joy and there's some redemption, and you can take all the pain in your life and use it to help other people. That's what I believe. Anybody else want to answer Shlomo's question? What's the point of living if you've been healing from your childhood all your life? I try to write morning page in the morning every day. Yes, C-True. C-True has written a book called The Artist's Way, right? Boy, do I know my books. Anyway, it's a good practice. The economic situation will make the crash of the 20s look like a picnic. Well, I think you're catastrophizing. Nobody really knows what it's going to look like. Give yourself a meaning to life. Absolutely. The point is in the living. That's, again, true. Overcome and inspire yourself and others. Thank you, Nicole Visser. One life can make such a difference to so many. Very nice. You guys, those are beautiful answers. Beautiful, beautiful answers. Use the pain as a personal victory, finding meaning in it. The obstacle is the path. Very good, Kay Bailey. Excellent. Never surrender to those who hurt you. The obstacle is the path. I got to take a picture. You guys have tons of wisdom in you. Yes. You know what Helen Keller says? Who knows who Helen Keller is? There is much suffering in the world, but there's also the overcoming of suffering. Helen Keller is one of my major people of inspiration, inspiring figures, role models, heroes, heroines. Who is Helen Keller? Who knows? If you don't have the darkness, you cannot appreciate the stars at night. Very good. Yes, you're right, Candice Marie. The point is to get help and then help other people. We're all interconnected. 91, well, you guys are very inspiring. Thank you. We got more people as soon as you guys start to talk about really positive things about the purpose of life and finding meaning in life. And even if you're suffering, there can be meaning in suffering. Helen Keller was blind and deaf and also dumb also. She could not speak either, and yet she became a major inspiration to millions of people. She was. And how did Helen Keller do what she did? She learned from N.A. Sullivan how to use sign language, and the rest was history. 90 in the chat? Well, great. My writing has always been my meaning in life. I cannot live without writing. I started creative writing before I could even write. Thank you, C. True. I've been writing since I've been 29. We all have us in the gutter, but some are looking at the stars. Oscar Wilde, one of my favorite individuals in the whole world. Boy, you know what? There is so much evil in the world, but there is so much good, and good is greater than evil. There are so many inspiring figures through history, so many amazing individuals. Human beings are so noble and so cruel. How could that be? We're a paradox, don't you think? I don't know. I don't know if you know. Inability to speak is a different thing, and I don't know how people become mute. You're braver than you believe, stronger than you seem, and smarter than you think. Christopher Robin, did he really say that? Oh, I'm definitely putting that in my book. Wiley Doodle, where'd you get that quote? Winnie the Pooh is my favorite book growing up. I want to use that in my new book. You're a writer too, German New Yorker? What type of things do you write? Theophane is right, whatever he said. Sharing wisdom to the kids. I think so, there I am. Very good, Jason. Neuroticism, I always like to be at peace, but always there's someone to take that away. Well, not if you don't have to let them take away your peace. And speaking of taking away peace, where's my next donation, everybody? I like that quote, it's so true. And what is the quote? Probably you're stronger than you think. You even have a song about washing the dishes? Well, let's hear it. Peace and love to you, Lugai. Love you. Hope to see you next week. We could all write during our isolating, right? Well, just because there's a lot of germs out there, I mean, I'm going to go out and walk around the block. You don't have to stay locked in your house. You can go to the store, just don't have anybody sneeze on you. Temple Grandin is an inspiration. Absolutely. No one knows, they did an HBO special on her, a drama, and the woman, who was that woman? Claire Danes won Best Actress. Temple Grandin is someone who had autism and went on to do great things. Send Doug some dollars or pounds. Anyway, I'm isolated. You still on the psych ward? Well, there's people around you, Lazar Maria. I was on the psych ward. Oh my God, only 15% left. I'm going to have to plug this into power. You guys are draining the computer. When I was suicidal, my mental health counselor told me that my job was to take care of myself. Theophane, that is exactly what my therapist said. You have a job and that's to get better. Theophane, you're cool. Where are you from? What part of the States? When you are the only one outside, no one can affect you. Yeah. And besides, even if you're around somebody, you have something called an immune system. And the quote is from Winnie the Pooh Library. Okay, I'll find it. I mean, it was from one of the stories. Okay. Yes, yes, yes. Another. Okay, hold on. Send Doug some moolah, people. He deserves it. Well, Kenzie Sky, you're one of my great you're one of my great promoters. Anyway, there's something I wanted to say that was a quote that I found very inspiring after listening to another quote, and I completely forgot it. Oh my God. Oh yeah, taco platter. Right. A squirrel goes into a psychiatrist's office and says, Doc, is it true what they say that you are what you eat? The doctor says, yes, I believe that. That's why I watch my nutrition. The squirrel says, well, if you are what you eat, I think I'm nuts. That's why I'm here. I'm nuts because I am what I eat. Pretty dumb joke, don't you think? You're from Ontario, Canada. I lived right across the lake from you. I used to live in Rochester, New York. All right. Temple Grandin, what an amazing person. I hope the government doesn't ban the live chat as a mass gathering. You're very funny, Tony Issue. No, we're thousands of miles away from each other. Mark 11:24, right from the Bible. All is well, Mark R., whether we know it or not in any given human moment. Now that made me laugh. Oh, you like that? The squirrel says, I think I'm nuts. All right, I would cut my throat, but my house is a mess. Dawn Powell, American writer. And I don't know what that means, Theophane. Adam, you've done damage to your life with poor lifestyle habits, addictions, and more. You feel numb and empty, but you can recover. My friend Noah just went into a residential treatment. The body is resilient. The mind is resilient. The spirit is resilient. And we have 85 people watching. TFA something that was, I would cut my throat, but my house is a mess. I think you mean he would basically create more blood and it would make it messier. I have to go. Be safe, blessed, and have a good day. Love you guys. Love you, Nicole. Hi, Douglas. Can the minds concentrate and get back to peak condition after break? And absolutely. You kidding me? In 1996, I couldn't even read a comic book. Then I got better and wrote a memoir, the best thing I've ever written. As a matter of fact, you should go check this out. It's out of print, but you can get it for like $5 as an ebook. When Going Through Hell, Don't Stop. That is the book I wrote after my breakdown when I thought I would never write again. That pal quotation made me laugh, and I don't know, what is the pal quotation? I hate when they announce someone has died from the virus that had pre-existing medical condition, almost undermine their passing. I have asthma, high blood pressure, and depression. Well, I have two of those three too. My house is so messy I'd be embarrassed even if I were dead. I see. So that's what the quote was about. All right. We are at 50 minutes, 10 minutes left. 82 people watching. We haven't had a donation in a while, but I don't care. What matters to me is that you're all here and helping each other. And when it gets down to 5%, I'm going to have to go grab the power cord. Thank you, Different World. I love those quotations. You need a joke? Didn't I just give you a couple? All right. Here's an old one. Why did the Scarecrow in The Wizard of Oz become a successful neurosurgeon? Well, because he was outstanding in his field. How's that? You know, everybody's worried against getting sick. So what did one elevator say to the other? What did one elevator say to the other elevator? I think I'm coming down with something. How is that? Can a person with anxiety or bipolar eventually get off medication? It depends on the individual. Some people do. I've seen it all the time. Bipolar disorder, oh, that's a more of a biological condition. That might be more difficult, especially if you're bipolar 1, you've had a manic episode. Look, I'm bipolar 2. I've been on Lamictal for 5 years. It's okay, no side effects. You know, there's a lot worse things than being on medication. Bye, see true, nice to hear from you. An oldie but goodie, whatever that was. Thank you so much for your altruistic hour. Shlomo, you happen to be Jewish? That's a Jewish name, Shlomo. Shlomo Karbach was one of the great rabbis of history. How can I overcome this depression, feeling lost and hopeless? Dario Cave, you can do through medication. 3 things. Set the intention to heal, reach out for support, and treat your symptoms using a combination of mutually supportive therapies. Again, I don't want to toot my own horn, I'm not. But this book, Healing from Depression, 12 Weeks to a Better Mood, or go into treatment, find a good therapist, find a good psychiatrist, read books, and you will get better. German New York girl, where do you live right now before you leave? I know you've been obsessed with New York. What part of the country are you in? Do you believe talking therapy with a psychologist works? Of course. When did I realize when I was bipolar? After my last breakdown, I was diagnosed with it. Lisa, bye Douglas and everyone. It's 3:51 over here, but I'm going to work. I have a great week and stay safe. Don't do anything to yourself. Are you like in Japan or something? Rene Descartes was a smelly old man. I think, therefore, I'm spam. I'm not quite sure what that means, but W. Clement Stone, yes, he was one of those people like like Napoleon Hill, Think and Go Rich. Kenzie Sky says, I went all through that stuff and I'm totally off it. You live in Austria, my God, no wonder why you call yourself German New York girl. Well, you're kind of German, you're from Austria. I guess same heritage. How are things going in Austria, by the way? Is there the same panic that there is in America and the UK about the virus? Hong Kong, I was close. China, my God, how did you deal with all those, all those protests? That was pretty violent there, wasn't it? How do you know when a breakdown is on? Well, there's a number of symptoms you can look up. A depressive breakdown anyway, loss of appetite, loss of joy, can't feel pleasure or anything, agitation. You basically go to a doctor or psychologist and get diagnosed. But basically when you're sad, miserable, and can't function. What do I think about Lexapro? It's a very good medication for some people. Austria's completely shut down. Really? My God. What's going to do to the world economy? Yes, do you think intelligence can be part of depression? Most people I know who are depressed are quite intelligent. Most artists, depression is rampant in poets and artists and musicians and writers. Yeah, people who are very emotionally sensitive. Hi Douglas, have you seen a person after a breakdown get back on their feet and flourish? Yes, me. What cream do pigs use? Ointment. Yes, John, you can get back to your old self. If you're in Scotland, Santa Claus was bipolar. He went to a psychiatrist and said, well, I like the South Pole, but I also like the North Pole. Am I bipolar? I've always said that intelligent men need challenging women. Absolutely. Go to a matreth and don't touch doctors. Okay, I'm taking my microphone off and I'm going to get a plug. So you guys keep talking. Oh, God. All right, back again. Yes, I had to plug in the computer. It only had 4% left, so now we can do the next 4 minutes together. YouTube didn't tell me your lifetime. Making lesson plans for students to learn from home. I feel much better now that the disease vectors, students are staying home. Thank you, Jay Dixon. I used to be a teacher. Maverick Bishop probably won't be able to listen for my answer until later, but what are some things I can do when I'm so far in my own head, making myself believe that I would be better off not be alive? I'm doing a video next week, how to respond to intrusive thoughts. Tell those thoughts, no, you're not true, cancel, and then focus on something positive. Look at something inspirational. Call someone who you love or someone who believes in you. Call your therapist. Do not let yourself get into those thoughts. Distract yourself. Listen to music. Run. Distraction is a great thing when you're thinking negative thoughts. Maverick Bishop, you can get through this. You know what happened when I was depressed and suicidal? You know what my wife told me, Joan? You can get through this with the right kind of support. And that's what I'm telling everybody on this channel, all 82 of you. Whatever you're going through, with the right kind of support, you can make it through this. I've seen it happen with me. Hundreds of people who are in my groups, thousands of people all over the world, maybe millions, go through hard times and come through them. And you know what the great Robert Schuller said? I'll even type it. And it's kind of a clever quote. Tough times never last. Okay, tough times never last, but tough people do. What I mean by tough is I mean resilient. All right, some good will come of this. For one, it will prove that many jobs can be done from home, saving gas and resources. Very good at Lazy Eye Ranch. So many great questions and great jokes too. Jem, I'm glad you're here. One of my favorite live chatters. All right, should you stay on antidepressants? That's between you and your doctor. Music, hugely provable beneficial. Absolutely, music therapy is a real thing. Check out the new movie Fantastic Fungi. I've seen it, Authenticity Seeker. Yes, everybody look at Fantastic Fungi about how mushrooms can save the planet. Friggin' amazing. And you know, Authenticity Seeker, I did mushrooms with Andrew Weil, one of the major hosts of that documentary. I know the guy personally, or I knew him back then. I try to distract myself by playing games or something, but these days it gets so hard not to listen to those thoughts. I can't afford a therapist. Oh, wow. Where do you live? There are free therapists in Portland. Hey, Maverick, why don't you go send me, I'll send you some good information on that. Will you please email me? Oh God, where's my email here? douglasblog@gmail.com. I will send you some free information about how to deal with those negative intrusive thoughts. I promise you. All right. Bye, Libby. Others without depression and mental difficulties are now having their worldview challenged to this distraction to help them. Could help our own mental health. Yes, of course. Have you ever met celebrities? Oh yeah, oh yeah. I've been around famous people, believe me. Some people you might not have heard of, but B.F. Skinner, the great psychologist, Eulin Casey, the great metaphysician. I've met some people. People tell us about beliefs. If we tell ourselves things will be okay, but we don't believe it, we give up because we don't believe. What do? You basically find out what's going on behind those beliefs and challenge those assumptions. I have a book called Words That Heal that tells you how to do that. Yes, one reason the greatest generation became that way was because the way they got through the depression by helping one another. We can learn that too. Doug is a celebrity. Thank you, Tony Issue. Well, fame is in the eye of the beholder. But if you type my name in Google, you'll come up with about 600 pages. Yes, Kenzie Sky. Milton Erickson was amazing. You're right, Authenticity here. How do you know about Milton Erickson? He was amazing, amazing hypnotherapist. And yes, there was a book. Oh God, what was the book about him? What was the biography about Milton Erickson? God, it was something about. Anyway, look him up on the internet. An amazing healer, brilliant man. You must come to Africa. There's some beautiful animals here. Yes, my best friend was in Africa. There are, but I'm afraid I couldn't make the trip that long. I'm afraid of, well, I'm not afraid of anything. I just don't do well on planes. Are doctors making any close protocols for safer, slower tapers for those who've taken the pain and anxiety meds? They better. No, they haven't. It's trial and error, but you go slow, slow, slow. I did a video called How to Come Off of Antidepressants Very Slowly. Right, it's 1 o'clock, 80 people watching. I'm going to, you had dinner with W. Clement Stone. You must be older than 25, Authenticity Seeker. Authenticity Seeker. It's hard for me to pronounce your name so fast. Okay, last thing I'm going to recommend. How to come off anti-AD. Okay, that's my video right there. You're 64, well, I'm 71. Yeah, you're old enough. How old were you when you met W. Clement Stone? Probably when you were much younger. If anyone wants to share this story with me, sure. Put out your email address. It will be under my name. You send an email to me? All right, Maverick. Yes, you were 23. Yeah, you were old. How did you meet him? He was a great thinker. Anyway, Maverick Bishop, he will send an email. Yeah, Maverick, where are you? Well, yes, dealing with those horrible thoughts. Trow. There's John Edward Gaffilian at gmail.com. Sounds like he's from, where are you from? Sounds like it's an English name. It is 1 hour and 2 minutes. We've gone 2 hours over. Wow, Carol Channing was on your plane to New York City? Yes, a lovely. She was in Hello Dolly, wasn't she? There are so many good people out in the world. I leave you with that. Next week will be March 22nd. We will be in spring. Until we meet again, I wish you the best in your mental health recovery. Thank you, everybody. My name is not Tony, it is Simon. Yes, I know. Simon and I have had a lot of communication. David Compton, thank you. Love to everybody. I got to get Purple Metal's thing showing. Purple Metal, I'm trying to, there we are. All right. I'm coughing. I got to go. Until we meet again, I wish you the best in mental health recovery. You guys can talk to each other for 10 more minutes.